and welcome to The Nature of Things. I'm David Suzuki, and this week we'll be exploring the concept of sense of place and how the neighboring coastal communities of the Sunshine Coast and Nanaimo share this notion in very different ways. Join me as we explore how these coastal identities are manifested in the landscape and how they are threatened. Located almost directly across from each other, Nanaimo and the Sunshine Coast span the Salish Sea. Only a 10-minute flight apart, yet two different worlds. First, we explore the Sunshine Coast, a remote, comfortable small town filled with beautiful landscapes and welcoming people. The Sunshine Coast is not an island. It is part of the mainland separated by Howe Sound and Jervis Inlet. Although the Sunshine Coast does not technically meet the physical qualifications of an island community, a strong sense of islandness is apparent due to the remoteness and isolation of the region. The only access to the area is via seaplane or ferry. The community stretches sinuously along the coast between ocean and forest. Sense of place is created by the humbling landscape and its natural features. The area is known for vast recreational activities and its deeply rooted relationship to the wild. The community prides itself on their small town feel, simple life, remoteness, and relaxed atmosphere. Contrasting on the other side of the land bridge, the inlet is desolate, densely forested, and quaint. These rare unaltered landscapes are truly what makes the Sunshine Coast what it is. Doors are rarely locked and sense of community cohesion is strong. Community centers are referred to as the hearts of the villages, consisting of only a few small buildings. Local First Nations are embedded within the coastal sense of place. Community halls and buildings covered in traditional art, totem poles lining the sea, and street names are translated into their traditional meaning. Although Nanaimo is so close in proximity to the Sunshine Coast, this community's identity is greatly threatened. We will explore the factors that have led to the city's development and the lessons that can be learned from Nanaimo to help facilitate resilience on the Sunshine Coast. Its proximity to urban centers influences the sense of place of this community and has resulted in a city in transition. A short seaplane ride or ferry connects the metropolitan region of Vancouver or Victoria to Nanaimo, allowing for easy commuting and accessibility for newcomers. Coastal characteristics manifest itself in the city through influences of the marine environment near the downtown core. However, the city's sense of place has begun to change as the landscape is further developed and molded into the little brother of the greater metropolitan region just across the strait.
Stood beneath an orange sky.
The current population of Nanaimo is 87,000 and is projected to increase over 100,000 by 2021. This huge population increase has and will impact the number of housing developments and encourage an increase in commercial centers to meet the need of the growing suburban population. The city is sprawled from the south end near the downtown to the north end by way of the Island Highway. This movement of housing has created a large divide between incomes, creating social inequities. Although the city began as a small coal mining community, today the major industry has transitioned to construction and retail trade to keep up with the growing demand of city expansion. Major development of condos on the oceanfront litters the skyline of Nanaimo, slowly turning the liminal zone into prime real estate locations. The development of major shopping centers is overwhelming the city, threatening its identity. The land of many malls can be viewed in multiple perspectives, as a hub of economic growth and stimulus, or as an area of placelessness. Nanaimo continues to fight the loss of their old identity as the remnants flicker in the old city quarter of downtown. Sense of place has begun to disappear, but the old city quarter is a reminder of what it was and what kind of coastal community it could be.
When the moon smiles down at me and bathes me in its light, I fell asleep beneath you in the tall blade.
Increasing exploitation of natural resources such as the gravel mine and devastating decreases to others such as forestry and pulp and paper mill are permanently altering the social and physical landscape. Big box stores have started to move in, outcompeting small local businesses. Flashes in Nanaimo's land of malls looms over the people of the Sunshine Coast and creates a vivid reminder of what they are fighting for and against. Currently, the community is forcefully fighting back against a proposed Walmart. Lastly, immigration and increased retirement generate the need for increased development. So-called bigger and better oceanfront condominiums replace century-old family cabins. This replacement of the old with the new and improved must be stopped before the culture and stories of the Sunshine Coast are lost. Building resilience in coastal communities is essential to retain a strong sense of place. The opportunities to hold on to this identity are plentiful, even though we live in the changing world of today. Join us next time on The Nature of Things.